Good evening, dear viewers of Smart 24 TV. We are blessed to have guests, and it's a good topic of discussion that everyone outside there you cannot miss. And together with us, allow me to introduce you Dr. Julia Adele Omar. And she is Mama Cheers. I was hoping you introduced yourself in that way because of the good job you are dealing with this kind of, value chain and so forth. She is the Presidential Advisor on Agriculture, and she's a Doctor of Agriculture in Agriculture and Rural Transformation. We're also blessed to experiment there to welcome Mrs. Josephine Akia Luimbazi. She is the director, the country coordinator of participatory ecological land use management. Tonight we have a topic of discussion that is realities of Uganda's agricultural production and industrial growth. Our dear viewers and listeners, we are interested in this topic to be able to analyze issues that are relating the economy, especially to see how best, that's the major question, that how best can we resolve an employment gap and low economic productivity. Allow me to welcome our guests, please, kindly. You can greet the viewers.
Thank you so much, Doctor, for hosting us on tonight's TV program. And it's a pleasure being here to discuss on the topic in terms of how we are here to resolve and different contributions that we are making from our organization. My name is Josephine Akia Luimbazi, and I'm the country coordinator of Telam Uganda. It's a pleasure being here, and good evening all our viewers.
Thank you. Welcome, Dr. Tu.
Dr. Julia Adele Omar, my name, CEO and founder, Delight Uganda Limited since 1996. A chairperson of Noya Fruit Growers Cooperative Society, a board member of Private Sector Foundation, and I sit on the Presidential Investor Roundtable and on many boards. Happy to be here today.
Thank you, our Presidential Advisor on Agriculture as well. We recognize that, and we believe that you are also part of the successes that we've been able to see happening in our agricultural sector. And allow me, as we continue with our discussion, to refer back to what we intend to deal with tonight as our major discussion that should inspire us either to move a good step ahead and identify where maybe we might have gone wrong in matters of dealing with unemployment, in matters of dealing with our levels of production, economic production, that going back to the backbone of our country, if we are to realize economic production, we all know, basing on research information available with us, that agriculture is the backbone of the economy of most of the developing countries. And also, it is to the best of our knowledge to recognize that we cannot enter into a middle income status country if our industrial growth is quite demanding. That's why we come to have a discussion that should inspire us Ugandans outside there, and also motivate those who are policymakers and the general participation of the community to recognize and appreciate agriculture as a backbone of our economy, and also to know industrial growth that is not basing on what we import, but is basing on the domestic industrial development and growth that can gear to exportation. Dear listeners and viewers, having said that, we know and believe if there is a balance of the two that gears, that connects together from agricultural production to value chain and export trade, and it is massively dealt with in our country, it is very possible, very fast, that within even 3 years, we can be a middle income country. In the next more than 7 years, we can be a first world country. But we are in lack of the total visibility of this subject matter at a play, much as we are progressing steadily, but not the steady fastness I could desire. Allow me to welcome you, Doctor. We'll be adding more information in regard to this to, you can speak to the viewers.
Thank you. I will take you back. My dream since 96 was to make fresh juice from locally grown fresh fruits. And I pursued my dream since 1996. If you count the years, you can't believe I've been very consistent. To me, I believe that Uganda, it is the most blessed country in the world. One, blessed by nature. We have land. 2 seasons in a year. We have entrepreneurship. The younger people, actually 78% are youth. So those people who have energy, who can create their own job, and we have a government which can support agriculture. To me, I sincerely believe that we need to come together. One, that is government, development partners, the educationists, and the informal sector. If we can work together and we embark on massive production and we look at complete value chain. Complete value chain in what? If you say in northern Uganda, from Karuma research were done in the 50s, up to Sudan, those areas are good for fruits. So you say in northern Uganda, we are going to put industries to produce juice. Complete value chain from one, sourcing the right seeds, which is true to variety and true to space, the right area, the right planting, the right knowledge and technology. I will take you back at what I do. We have Delight Farm Institute for hands-on skilling, which trains the informal sector. We mobilize the people they want, they call it undeserved. We put them in the group, we bring them at our institute, we train them in the garden. How do you manage a mango? We start from seed selection, we pot, we put them in the nursery, we take them in the orchard, how to plant, how to manage the orchard, including the post-harvesting challenges. But we also look at it as a cash crop. But how do you survive when you are managing your orchard for 4 years to give your mango? We do the intercrop. So I have a dairy model, which is 1 acre, so that each woman who has no land, we do the work to rob it. We rob it from the husband, we kind of give your wife land. If you give her land, we shall work together. He gets the land user right. The woman knows that, now I also have my 1 acre. The woman concentrate in a group, they work from morning up to midday, from evening up to night, and they still maintain their own subsistence farming, but they also have a garden which is for commerce, to give them money to earn. Women are very happy. We have now empowered 6,000 youth under a project Delight to work with younger people.
6,000 within a period of how long? Within
a period of 2 years they have planted. We have also empowered 4,000 women, 1,000 in Yumbe, Jumani, and 3,000 in Noya. And I want to tell you, women are happy. Women has gained hope. Those who have never gone to school, they come to school. We even have a dormitory. In the evening, we do mindset change. And we do farming, fruit farming as a business. Women have gained hope to work for themselves. You're supposed to create your own job, not to wait for government.
Doctor, I'm blessed as I do engage with you in this show that you're a presidential advisor and you are also a hands-on agricultural practitioner, and those successes we do appreciate. You don't have nothing, you have what tell us. But going back to the realities we are talking about, Uganda, we have 48, now it has gone to 48 million. Of course, that's the young and the old. Then the adult age 22, 20, those who are above 18 years, from 18 and above, 22 million Ugandans. And we are looking at the time, especially if I don't count for other governments. We are remembering other governments also. We note that they did some work. There is agriculture extension during the days of Obote, the first regime of Obote, the late Obote, and also the second one, that's of 1980, 88 up to 85, of which it also encouraged extension work and hands-on by technical to support the farmers. And looking at the population growth and the required industrial growth that can be realized by this country, would like to look at the level of agricultural production. The recent worries that we are aware of is that if agricultural production remains at the pace where it is, then it will not favor Ugandans. What are the key, whether 4, whether 2, 3, in just 3 minutes we'll resume after the break. What are the key tangible actions that the government you could desire or maybe is being undertaken to realize massive, which you have talked about, agricultural production?
To me, I believe in one thing, we are supposed to do industrial farming, to reduce on subsistence farming, because year in, year out, I will give you an example of northern Uganda, you know where I am, those people, they used to grow cereals and for every year. You dig, you plant, in December they burn their garden because they have harvested. But now I introduced a business which is fruits. So if we are to look at the industrialization and somebody knows contract farming, industrial farming, it replaces a bit of subsistence farming, that is one. Number two, the complete value chain. Even if government don't support or give out money to anybody, somebody produces, knows, I'm going to sell my product in this factory and this is the price, and somebody is rest assured. I want to tell you it will work. Another thing I look at, government should do its job. The infrastructure, the roads, the bridges, the power, and also they should have money for us like investors. I don't want money for free. But if they would have the money and say, okay, there is a loan of maybe 5% payable in 8 years.
Agricultural financing.
Agriculture financing at a right amount of money. Government would help us, organize us, and start milking their cow. Because if I'm in production and behind me there are millions of people who are producing for me and I'm into value addition, we are exporting, that means I will get the dollar. After getting the dollar back, we export, we have enough food, we have enough nutrition, and the people are happy, the community is happy. Now, even if you come and say, Julian, I'm going to tax you this percentage, I will not be worried because I know I have the capacity. The economy is okay. We have the money. The informal sector, we have to make them bankable and taxable.
So you hold on, we go for a commercial break. I know you have a lot to share with us, and I'm about to receive also Mrs. Josephine Akia Rimbazi, but it's very good. I've taken note of those actions. You just answered it very well. And to the viewers, I believe you cannot miss this. It is an educative program. Please take note, and we can apply these actions to develop our country. Stay tuned. See you in the next session.